joining me live on the broadcast. Rizwan Merchant is joining me live on the broadcast. His first interview. Let me go across to him. Rizwan Merchant, very interesting. Rizwan Merchant, can you hear me? I'm outside the police station. You're somewhere inside the police station. I'm guessing you're inside the police station. That's what I heard last, that you were still there. What's the status of your clients?
Well, the FIR which has been registered against
Rizwan Merchant, yeah.
Yes, can you hear me? The FIR which has been registered against them for one...
Yes, loud and clear, go ahead.
Certain provisions under the Bombay Police Act, they are bailable offences, but I from my client that they want to protest as far as illegal and unconstitutional arrest concerned, and they are not wanting to apply for bail. They would prefer to go to jail rather than go on bail. At the same time, the complaint which they had filed with Khar police station in respect of the offence were committed by a group of hooligans outside the house. I believe and I'm informed that possibly an FIR has been registered also on the complaint of my clients. I'm awaiting the instructions of my clients as to how we are supposed to proceed once if the FIR is registered, because the instructions of my clients were absolutely loud and clear that merely registration of an offence is just an eyewash. The way they have been arrested, they are insisting that the perpetrators of law who were standing outside their house and chucking bottles and threatening to their lives, even they should be arrested. Unless or until action is not taken by arresting them, they will not go on bail. At the same time, they are insisting that this being an illegal arrest, an unconstitutional arrest, government of Maharashtra, in full understanding of law, they should withdraw this particular case because the arrest is in breach of Section 41A of the Code of Criminal Procedure, which requires that in respect of a particular offence which is punishable with less than 7 years, a notice under 41A is required to be given within 2 weeks from the date time of institution of the offence or registration of the case. They still had 14 days to issue the notice under 41A. Notice under 41A has not been given at all. And the Supreme Court terms such an arrest as unconstitutional and illegal. So we have got standing instructions to move as against the state as well as the police station for having committed breach of mandate of the constitutional rights of my clients by not being issued a notice under 41A. Secondly, the law is further very clear that when you want to arrest a public servant, now you require a sanction under 197 at the stage of registration of the case. Earlier, it was required at the stage of prosecution of the case. Now the law has changed. At the time of registration of the case, you need a sanction under 197, which was not available with the police, and therefore they ought not to have registered the case. I don't blame the police. Ultimately, they were under pressure, and whatever has been happening has been orchestrated and engineered at a stage much, much above than the police department. And it's sufficient notice for them that I stand on instructions of my client. 48 hours notice is being given to you. Please withdraw this notice. Otherwise, this issue is going to go to court. We'll battle out in court. We have got full faith and trust in the judicial system of this particular country. If the Supreme Court says the breach of 41A amounts to contempt, so be it. Government of Maharashtra or whoever in the police department has decided to effect an arrest without compliance of Section 41A of my clients will have to face the necessary music in court.